All right. Hello, YouTube. Doing some reading today. Also log to the Instagram things so we can get this reading on. I'm so grateful that I've created the space for this and that we are getting to it. So, yes, we are letting that log on. Yes, yes. Hello, Instagram. Whew. Getting some accountability in today, reading from my book, Days of Darkness. Also, over on YouTube, if you want to be able to watch it and rewind it at your leisure. I was doing it on Facebook, but then I was like, let's do it on YouTube because it's technically different, where Facebook is not technically different. Hey, Jorge. Ah, good stuff, good stuff. So yeah, I'm here to read. I am gonna just read this intro chapter. I decided I need to just go through this. I have run out of excuses. I have everything set up. I just moved into a new place. And just things are good. And so now I've made time in my schedule to actually go through this. So I don't have a specific schedule for reading this, but I'm believing on Tuesdays around this time I will be available and reading a chapter. So we're going to go through the whole book, and it's like 40 something chapters. It's technically a little over 40 because if you know, you know, you've read the book. But yeah, so we're going to be going through it. So be here. Let's get started. So, if you don't know who I am, you're just seeing this and you have stuck into this little moment. Um, my name is Angelique. I know, Jorge. I'm so happy. Let me know. We have to get on a conversation. Um, Focusing. So, yeah, my name is Angelique, and I am the author and illustrator of my book here, Days of Darkness. It is a storytelling of my early 20s when I was going through some really dark challenges. And I was having this season of exploring my relationship with my darker side. The more that I tap into this book and the more that I hear from others about it, I really feel like I just see more of how I can uncover that heavier bit of me and release it and bring it to the light and experience transformation. And that's really what this book is about. It's a storytelling of my transformation and insights that I got from some of these experiences. And it's also a coloring book designed by yourself, by your girl here. Uh, yes, and I really like them. I'm very proud of this. As an artist, it really did come out how I envisioned it, and so I'm very grateful for that. And we're going to be jumping into reading it together, and I really would love to hear your uh, insights, your inspirations, anything that you have come across. Hey, Mel, while you were reading it, I wrote this book in 2018 and I just published it in 2024. I just did these illustrations on the cover 2023. So it's kind of been this accumulation of experience that all led to this in this moment. And I love hearing how it's serving people now. You know, it allows me to release the idea of like, oh, I should have done it before. I should have did it earlier. This was sitting here for years and I'm judging myself and I'm shaming myself. But you don't have to do that because beautiful things always happen at the right time. And I've been learning that this is one of those beautiful things. So, yes, please share your inspirations, your insights, anything that comes up for you at all. Even if you're like, I thought this was whack and I thought you could have did it better. Let me know. I'm open to it. I'm open to it. My first book, self-published, all the things, self-edited. And a lot of people have been telling me that it really has inspired them to get their own story and their own book out there. because they see that I just did it, you know? And there's also that part of it for me that I really enjoy. Going on a little rant because we're going to buckle up, Buttercup. We're going through this book together. So, where they're like, oh, I couldn't publish a book by myself, but now I see it, that you have it, that you did it, and you designed it, and they really feel like they can do it. And I love that. I love that so much. So, yeah, this is my copy. One thing about supporting small businesses and things of that nature is that it's not the industry big production like everything is put in a box and it's perfect. So one of this this one has a little high top fade action happening. I don't know if you can tell. She got a little lean on her. But guess what? That's okay because the important stuff is still the important stuff. So I'm going to keep this copy for myself because I already gave away some of the copies I had claimed for myself. But this one, I feel like we'll keep this one. But yeah, it's also, again, listen, I just see some of these pages and I'm just like, the beautiful thing about being an artist when you make something and then you like step away for it for a while and then you come back to it and you're like, wow, I'm so talented. Yes. But yeah, y'all are going to be catching some of these coloring pages soon. But yeah, let's jump into it. So, uh, reading this author's note here, this is a work of nonfiction. The events and experiences detailed herein have been described from the author's memory to the best of the author's ability. This publication is designed to provide personally experienced information in regard to the subject matter covered. It is sold with the understanding that the author is not engaged in rendering psychological, financial, legal, or other professional services. If specific expert assistance or counseling is needed, the services of a competent professional in that field should be sought. Okay? Listen. Parental advisory, content warning, topics of suicide and depression, some sexually suggestive situations, and strong language. We're covering all the things. I'm so proud of this. Listen, we have a table of contents. Yeah, and then this book is dedicated to me. All the younger versions of me. I actually did a workshop with my friend Jason Benefield, and he had us have pictures of our younger selves. And I just, every time I think about little me, I'm just like, she is a spectacular individual, and I just love her so much. This book is dedicated to all the younger versions of me. She is a giant upon whose shoulders I stand. Without her strength, perseverance, and resilience, I wouldn't be able to stand as tall as I do today. I love you, little me. Okay? And it says also thank you to the virtual mentors and other people who have been a light in the world. But yeah, the introduction. Prepare myself. When I was 5 years old, I was inspired to become a veterinarian, to love on animals and travel the world exploring new places. I'm a nature girl. That dream was the foundational focus of my life until I was 19 years old. It was what I based all of my decisions and behaviors around. Then one day, that dream shattered. Shattered like the windshield of a taxi cab after the 130-pound body of a 19-year-old girl landed on top of it. Shattered like the heart and mind of a college sophomore who suddenly realized that she wanted out of the life she had been building for herself for 14 years. Mm. If veterinary medicine isn't what I want to do, what am I supposed to do? Who am I supposed to be? What is the purpose of my life? Hmm. What am I supposed to do? I was just listening to Lauryn Hill, The Miseducation. And I mention that in this book because that is a go to album for me when I am processing and navigating my life experience. Um, and yesterday I was listening to Everything is Everything. And I was just like, she just dropped so much knowledge. And this has been sewn into my programming, into my being, like since I was 10 years old, just bumping this album. And I am 31, about to be 32. So for the last 22 years, I've been listening to that album. I've been having that experience. And I just remember being in this space, being in this time, and using that album and not realizing that I was already getting a lot of the information that I'm learning today. Like it was already a part of the experience. In any case, let's continue because I do want these to be relatively quick. Who am I supposed to be? What is the purpose of my life? In the moments after that taxi accident, I walked away with a small scratch on my arm, a tear on my t shirt, and tiny bits of glass glittered across my back. But weeks later, as I laid in bed in my student apartment, deciding that I was going to drop out of college, I felt things deeper within me breaking and tearing. Bits of terror, dread, and shame digging into my soul. Hmm. I began to see that my dream wasn't mine. It was something I was conditioned to pursue, to chase, even though it didn't actually bring me joy or utilize my divine gifts. I wasted my precious youth building a life that others expected for me. I had blindly followed the encouragement and direction of elders and teachers, thinking they knew best. For 14 years, I had spent significant amounts of energy and focus seeking approval for a life that was comfortable, acceptable, and right. But on the inside, I didn't even want to be alive. Listen, y'all. She was really putting it on us, Raymel. Listen, continuing on. Good stuff. We'll talk about that another day. mm. At 19, I had to start building my life all over again. That thought hit me with the same exhaustion as the exhaustion that filled my body when I noticed that I hadn't died or even gone unconscious on the hood of the taxi that ran into me. It felt like there was no peace in living. Like I had to keep dragging the heaviness I've been silently carrying for the rest of my life. Wow. Stumbling through the darkness of the unknown, filled with trials, struggles, and unending time. This is where I was, y'all. This is where I was. And when I read this, and there's still a little bit more, but when I read this with where I am now and what I know now and how I've used the insights from this book and the light from this book, I just have so much compassion because I don't energetically recognize that as my life anymore. Mm. Wow. Transformation is, listen, it says it in the book. Transformation is possible. Okay, let's continue. Whew. The following pages are filled with the light that I pulled from the darkest 1800 days of my life. It didn't come all at once We've been talking about baby steps, small steps on healing conversation. In fact, most of these insights and inspirations took years to fully embody. And listen, still is a work in progress. But I'm proud to say that transformation is possible. hmm As I look back, I see how if I had these words at 13 or 16, read them at 18 or 22, I wouldn't have tried to end my life at 23. I wrote the following pages hoping these words reach you before you get to that point or help you move on from that point. And then this is the first coloring page. Wow. Yeah. And as you can see, her gangster lean. But still, the important stuff is there. And we love her just as she is. But yeah, I can definitely say that transformation is possible. And this book is certainly for anyone who is 18 to 25, but it's also for anybody who is 97 or 60 or 42. Like, it's for if you resonate with this, if this introduction, you're watching this and you're like, wow, that hit me somewhere, comment, let me know. And I might tap you and be like, hey, do you want a book? And just give it to you because I like giving stuff away. Listen, I have been having that realization recently that I just want people to get this. Like, I really just want people to get this. This is not about money, even though it costs money to make. Let me tell you. It definitely costs money to make. My first prototype that I gave away to somebody cost me $60 just for that one book, y'all. Just to get a prototype of that one book cost me $60. But I was willing to make that investment so I could see it, so I could have it, so I could hold it, so I can make my vision a reality. You feel me? And the part of that vision after it's in the reality is getting it out into other people's reality so they can transform, so they can get this goodness, if it's meant for them. Listen, I will probably give it to you if you just let me know how this impacted you, how it touched you, whatever your thoughts are. Yes. Ramel says life is for giving. It is. Because we got it. We got it already. So just keep giving it. You're here. We have life. Ah, this is going to be such a juicy time. I'm so grateful that I have reached a point. Also, shout out to Jessica McConaughey, Jay Got Soul, Black Money Matters, Act Like It brand. Um, Listen, I had to hit her up the other day because y'all are getting some stories today. I got time. You feel me? I love it. I had to hit her up the other day because I moved into a new place and I was at this TJ Maxx standing in the blankets and sheets aisle and just really trying to figure out what blankets or sheets I want. And I was like, I don't want these sheets that all of them were saying like cooling sheets. I was like, no, I want to be cozy. I don't want to be cool. I'm not that person. I like to be toasty while I'm in bed. And so I'm like trying to figure out all these decisions, right? About sheets and comforters and colors and matching and the rugs that I'm getting. Like all of these just thoughts in this aisle. And I had to stop. I had to stop. I had to pause because I realized not even 6 months ago, I was standing in the hallway of a shelter with my blankets that I had just picked out from the closet a week or two before to get new blankets and sheets out of this closet. And I didn't get to choose. Not really. There weren't really that many choices available. I just had to take whatever I could get from the space. And I was grateful. I love getting new sheets. I felt actually pretty spoiled because I could get my sheets changed every week if I wanted to. And that, there were different options that I had preferred, and I was grateful in that space. But I realized standing there that I get to pick whatever I want because I have been financially abundant and honoring that abundance with my budget, honoring that abundance with showing up and being of service in a way that satisfies my heart, that I bless my money all the time. Especially if I get it in cash, I'm like, arigato, arigato, happy money. And I've been able to step into this life where I can sit and I can have a book that I pay for and publish myself that I find is really good quality, that I didn't try to jimmy rig and ghetto pull together by myself because I was trying to save money. Like, this is professional. Even though this one, she got her little lean, the binding is solid, the page quality is solid, like the print is good, the ink is good. And I didn't have to print or buy a machine or do all of this myself. I was able to invest in a Black owned business to produce this so I can give it away. Listen, I'm about to run these numbers with y'all, but I'm just super grateful to Jessica and the opportunity to just mm, richly enjoy my life. Mm, yeah. So, yeah, transformation is possible because I was not always here, okay? Listen. But I appreciate you, beautiful people. I love you, Raymond. I don't know about healing conversations on Saturday. Listen, it's Raymond's birthday, and I'm gonna just let my brother flow. I was like, we're gonna go to this workshop and we'll see what he wants to do. Listen, if he wants to stay inside by himself all day, by all means. He wants to go to the beach and run around naked, by all means. He wants to go to some fancy restaurant and pay $500 for a plate, have at it. Like, listen, I'm gonna let him do what he wants to do. We will probably have some sort of conversation between ourselves and we can see if we want to do it. I'm open to it. I'm willing. I have that time in my schedule. So yeah, you might see us, you might not. But if nothing else, oh, if you want to go to the workshop, and listen, the abundance is abundancing. I'm willing to pay for one or two people to go to Brother Email's workshop if you are interested. So let me know. Um, that is going to be something that I'm offering. I'll be reaching out to people. If you happen to be someone who sees this video and watched all of this 25 minutes, listen, hit me up, DM me, and say, hey, I would like to go to Ray Mel's workshop, and I will be sponsoring you. But yes, happy birthday to my brother Raymel, because that's a gift to him, but it's also a gift to you or somebody that you want to invite. You feel me? Um, I'm definitely getting a massage and flowing. Ooh, if you're going to a spa, let me know because I had my massage 2 weeks ago, and I'm doing my best now to be on a sort of routine with that. So if you're going to like a spa or something, listen, I'm willing to hang out because I've been thinking about doing that. But yeah, it's gonna be a beautiful time. The workshop. It's 11 a.m. I believe, 11 to 12 Pacific time. So yeah, definitely check it out. And again, if you would like to uh, gift yourself with an opportunity to experience it, hit me up. But yeah, other than that, do I have any other sort of announcements? Listen, I don't think so. I don't think so. So yeah, just have a beautiful, wonderful, absolutely spectacular, magical day because you deserve it, because you are worthy, because you are creating it. And I'll see you next time. I love you too. Oh, yeah, let's see if I can do the heart. You got it? No? Okay. That's okay. Oh, bye, y'all. Yeah. Yes. Good stuff. YouTube. Yeah, leave your things in the comments. This also pertains to you if you are interested in going to my brother Emil's workshop. Hit me up and we can attend together.